press release press meet for Banku Kushi. There is a lady here, a wonderful lady who's got a heart where they say it matters.
So it's very nice to be in Goa and have the openness and welcome that I've been given by Hema and a good friend Sardesai as well.
She's here.
So we launched the foundation about a year ago. My late father, passed away 1 month after we launched it. It was launched on the 5th of January 2020, and he passed away in the UK on 5th of January 2021. Obviously, because of COVID, the launch events have been postponed, and in the UK we had the event launched at the British Library. What finer place could we have than that? On the 16th of December 2021. I came to Goa in mid-March, and the Goa launch was at the Martinez Palace, just up the road. And that was on Sunday the 27th of March. The aims of both the foundation, there's a sister foundation in the UK, and there's a Goa-based charity here, NGO. They're both called Joseph Rufino Cordero Foundation. And we've got the main aim of the foundation is to promote and nurture talent in science, arts and sports. Science, my father is a scientist, I'm a scientist, my sister's a scientist, so we've always given a scholarship in the Saligao Lord's Convent. Arts is very key to me, and having a wonderful musician like Hema should be encouraging young girls and boys to have careers in music and arts as well. And then finally, sports. It's very important to keep healthy, and so we also want to encourage good health through amateur sports. That spells SAS, which, as you know, means Breath of Life. And we've got a number of projects on the go, some of which are live there, over there as well. And if you look at our website, I'll give you a business card when you leave. There are 3 main projects, and then Hema and I are talking about some other projects. The first main project relates to aeronautics. My father was an aeronautics engineer, and on the 27th we gave a scholarship to a gentleman called Vivek Ajongar, and he is an aeronautics engineer. He's worked on renovating the J.D. Tata aeroplane in Mumbai, and this scholarship is for him to take part in research and development in some aspect of aeronautics. The second project is the Goan Nightingale Corps. We presented on the 27th of March an award for excellence to Dr. Hema Sardesai, who runs Sanjalin, and one of her projects, one of the things that she's been working on over the past 10 years, is to train nurses. So they've got 2 types of nurse training that they're developing, one for home nurses and one for trained nurses in hospitals. We are going to help sponsor some nurses and some projects, including a video link to doctors in London to take their training further, and that we call the Goan Nightingale project. And then finally, for the time being, and as I said, Hema and I are talking about other things as well, we're translating a very old Bible. It's called the Thomas Macklin Bible. It's 200+ years old. It's 7 volumes, and we're translating that from English to Sanskrit together with Benares Hindu University. It will take some time, but it's the first time that the translation has been that way around. And the Pope himself has congratulated us on this initiative, which will commence as soon as things open up a bit better in Benares. Hema and I have been talking about how we could get villagers more involved in arts, crafts and music, and we hope that there will be a way of that being worked out over the course of the next few months. I just want, in addition to giving Hema that, I'd quite like to bring out a biography. This biography is called Raindrops, and I'd like you to unveil it with me, Hema, please. So this is my father's biography, and I'd like to gift it to you. I've written a few little notes there. Okay. It's my pleasure. The painting on the front is actually by a renowned Indian artist called Goan, and it's called Raindrops. It shows raindrops falling on a banyan tree, and then from the bottom you sprout lotus. So life is, eternal, it goes round and round in circles. And I hope that you enjoy my father's.
I will, for sure.
This is a Goan.
Sorry?
This is a Goan.
He's a Goan. He was from Saligaw. We're from Saligaw. We keep our ancestral home there. I'll give you my card. You can look at the website. Obviously, we are open to working with other organisations around Goa and in the UK. But the focus is really nurturing talent in the three areas I mentioned.
So when I met Marianne, I met her through Shaista Thapar, who was a very, very close friend, and now we've all become close friends, so that's very good. Most important is the fact that other than being a singer, I've always been a social activist, as you all know. And for me to work with a foundation like Marianne's is a blessing, because somebody coming and caring to do something for her roots. She comes, basically her roots are Goan roots. Her father was from Saligaw, so and now it's so wonderful that she wants to do something for the talent of Goa, which is something that is very akin to both of us. I was always somebody who would do that and who would want to do that. So what we're thinking of is a variety of things. We're also thinking of making every village a point, every village of Goa, pratik villagean botsun, the talent that is there. Not only we're talking about singing and dancing and those kind of talents, art, but we're also talking about those people who know how to do great food, those people who know how to do self-help groups, or those who have some creative stuff to sell, If we could try, we're going to just give our best to do this. I hope it does find shape and goes great. So we want to put up like a little malls for them in the village itself, like how they have a Saturday night market. So we want to attract, also do something. We want to tell the tourism minister also to help us in this, because this would be added attraction for tourists coming from outside, that they don't go to our villages, they are only going to certain spots in Goa. So we will make things so attractive in the village, where they're selling their wares, the village people, they're showing their talent. Even if I have to sing for free to push this, that Hema is there in this village singing, and then push some new talent there, I'm happy to do that. We've always been there doing things like that. Thank you so much. So so the whole thing is like, make if they're saying Atmanirbhar, then let's make every village, if each one of us takes responsibility, we don't have to every time depend on the government, but we want to request the government to please support us in this, because this is a very, very sincere and very genuine endeavor to make sure every village, because Goans have so much of talent.
Yes.
Marianne, in every Goans, like I say, the soil of Goa has talent. You ask, when I'm on stage and I'm singing and I tell everybody to sing, the voices are perfect when they sing with me. So for me, that is so important that they're not getting an exposure after being so talented. Plus, there are people who are so creative. They want to do so much in the line of food, this, that, and so many other things. So we want to display everything that they have and push them, because I'm here in this world living only to do something good for society. I've always been like that, and I also want to tell you all something which I haven't been boasting about. But the fact is, today, if I have been given an award by one of the #1 global networks called Herald Global, when they called me, most important was them saying that you're not only pride of Goa, you're pride of India. And also on the stage announcing it before I was given the award, you're not only pride of Goa, you're pride of India. Now, I've never showed off, if you all know and you're all witness to that, but it's time that my Goans also knew why the word pride of India is attached here. Now, the pride of India is attached here because Hema happens to be, with all humility, but it's the truth. I'm going to put the facts down so that my Goa knows this. If I ask you, which is the singer in India who Hollywood has invested in, it is only Hema Sardesai. Okay, so this is something that I'm not saying with pride and vanity, but I'm trying to say, let my Goans know this, that the only singer in India who has crossed over to Hollywood, where investment has happened from Hollywood to a Voice of India, it is Hema. Hema is the only Indian singer who won the Grand Prix in Germany. Hema is the only Indian singer who's sung at the UNICEF concert. After we have our greatest names, of course, but I'm the only singer who's sung with 6 superstars. Only singer who's done Badal Pe Paun Hai of mine. Right now, when Miss Universe walks, they're playing Badal Pe Paun Hai. It's the #1 song easily in India. Last 20 years, Avara Bhavre is an unforgotten, most loved song. So this is something done for me. There are many other things, but the bottom line of all I'm the only singer who's done, Indian singer who's achieved this, or Goan singers who achieved this. The bottom line of all this is the fact that I am the rarest singer in the world where I show off. This is where I show off. This is where I'm not humble anymore. And that where I show off is that I happen to be the rarest, almost the only singer who made it big with the highest principles and values without compromising virtues, keeping character at the highest. I would like you all to tell me, as beautiful journalists of our, great journalists of our land, one singer who you all can say is clean in Bollywood except of Hema Sardesai today. And if there is one, then they haven't got more than 100 songs, despite being the cleanest. So I am the proof that there is a divine that works. Our younger talent, Hema Sardesai, is the example for our younger talent that you do not have to throw your character down to make it big.
That's very, very
and
true.
I've never lobbied for awards, never said, somebody should give me this award or that award. Never ever done that. Never ever asked somebody for something from the government or anything. I've always been there for everybody, and we have witnesses here for that. I've always been there. I've never asked anything for myself. But I want my Goans to know that their Hema is was given this by the divine. I mean, more than, after being the most decent, most Tony Mercedes in New York at the press meet when we launched Power of Love there. Tony Mercedes is a man who's known as the music mogul of Hollywood. He's the publisher of Shape of You. He's got the Grammy Award, the BMI Award, and just name the award, and he's got it for Shape of You. Y'all know this record, Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. So Tony Mercedes said in New York, I've worked with Shakira, I've worked with Pink, I've worked with them all. But Hema Sardesai, she's the most magnificent singer, of course, but she's a great human being and I respect her. How huge is that? So for me, I'm telling you all this only because to say we can make it being decent for the upcoming talent. If I can make it, you can make it. There's a divine that supports us always. And of course, I'm very happy to be with Mary Ann because she's also thinking globally. It's not just we'll start with Goa. We want to make it an example for the whole world that we can do for every village and every person who's talented. We can try and do something, but we're going to give our best. Whatever we reach and whatever we do is up to the people to support us also in what we want to do for them. ते पुढे येऊंक जाय आनी तांणी आमकां प्रतिसाद दिवंक जाय की हय आमकां तुमी करता तर आमी तुमकां फूल साथ दिता म्हणून. तर आनी गव्हर्मेंटाक ऑल्सो वी वूड लायक टू रिक्वेस्ट द गव्हर्मेंट टू प्लीज सपोर्ट अस इन दिस सेल्फलेस एंडेवर and stand by us for doing something good, stand by the genuinity of our cause and the sincerity which has always gone with us. And sorry I told so much about myself, but it's time my Goans knew it.
So just so that I can continue from that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of talented Goans all over the world and they're doing very, very well. I was inspired by my father. I'm a chemistry graduate. I was at Oxford. I've worked all over the world. And one of the reasons that people like Hema are important and other award holders who we've given awards of excellence for is to inspire the generation through these ambassadors. So in the UK we gave an award for science to Professor Hagan Bailey, who is an Oxford professor. He has invented the way of decoding the genome in a small box like this. And the company went public, it's called Oxford Nanopore, and is worth $4 billion. He is potentially the next Nobel Prize winner, but he is